Okay, that's better. Did I mention I'm a linguistic major wannabe? So part of the fun of being a linguistics major is that I have to know how a language, like, breathe. And to make it a lot easier to digest, I decided to do a little DIY project. Now the issue with me doing it the DIY route, it's opened up a whole new can of worms of me trying not to disappear off the face of the planet. So here's me trying not to get kidnapped for a week. Oh my god, guys. It's Monday. And right now, I'm doing my study routine as I'm uploading my other video. Here's my notebook of choice.
Okay, so I managed to have time to do a voiceover because I didn't leave everything to the last minute, which is surprising, I know, and excuse me, I'm working overtime for this. You're being very rude right now. It says in my script to scream, but I don't feel like screaming right now. Sorry about that moment of cringe. This is why we can't have nice things on this channel. Anywho, I decided to start off this week nice and strong by studying German. I don't know why, it just seems to be up my alley. Maybe it's my ancestors calling to me or my recent Paulina Carolina obsession. And I know all I can see is like my head moving and me like speaking for little bits, but I promise you I was doing my work. Yeah, here's what my notes like for anyone who's questioning. I use like the regular colored pen to write everything down, the glitter pen to kind of act as a highlight, and the pencil to act as like boring stuff, I guess. This is, well, getting up close and personal here, but this is how I've done it in the past, so we're going to continue doing it. So after snagging a cute little drink and some brekkie, I was ready to get back to my another 40-minute session for studying German. I get that 40 minutes is a lot, especially for people who have a lot more time commitments than me, but let me tell you, apparently like an hour and a half only covers one unit out of 120 plus units in Duolingo. So I'm slowly but surely chipping off the big old block of Duolingo lessons. I know there have been some portions of the specific uh hyperlapse where you could see me looking at the camera and talking to it, but I kind of sped it up assuming that I would know what I was talking about, only for me to be recording and already have most of the video edited and not know what I'm talking about. So it's going to be a fun little mystery to us all on what I was trying to get at. And believe it or not, after this, I went off to work for 7 hours, so don't really do a lot with my life. In fact, this is probably a perfect picture on how I spend my life.
Right now, Duolingo is loading for me. And I haven't even started yet because, Duolingo is loading. And I already feel like dead inside. Who knows, maybe it's because of me forgetting a form that I need notarized, but guess we'll have to use the phone today. Okay, so the lesson today, if Girly Pop can focus, says express your feelings. If I were to cry, would that count?
In case you couldn't tell, I was a little done with today, and yeah, I was not looking forward to this little study session that I've had to do.
Mijn opa toont geen emoties. Girl. Mijn opa toont geen emoties.
Now, I might not be a professional Dutch speaker, but you can't tell me that that sounded different than the first time I said it.
Why do I feel like I'm seeing something?
Ze willen niet over hun emoties praten.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think I'm just very delusional.
Vrienden maken me blij.
Vrienden maken me blij. Ede machen me blij.
Who knows, maybe it's just like the learning platform that I'm using, but I think that I'm not the greatest at Dutch. Grammar kind of sucks booty, and I feel like every time whenever I try to like get a grasp of understanding on something, I somehow lose it. Honestly, after this, I was so done. This was all I did today. Now this would be Wednesday, my dudes. If I even fucking recorded yesterday. Let me set the scene. So, after a long day of work, come in, try to get a load off of my espresso coffee stained, sweet foam stained, atrocious smelling apron, try to take a shower to get out of my nasty clothes, finally have a time to take a load off, and then you remember you have to learn fucking Dutch. Get it, Sammy, get it. Now, I know I used a little bit of choice words right there, but let me tell you, those choice words are the correct verbiage for this. So, instead of studying right after work, like what I probably should have done, considering that I have a lot of siblings, so the Wi-Fi could have been all to myself, but no, I had to take a 3-hour hibernation, and then I woke up to not be able to access anything on the internet, because guess what? All my other siblings were on the internet. Now, granted, they need it just as much as I do, but like at the same time. So, instead of studying here, I went outside, touched some grass. I know, that was a lot for me to do, and studied. Now, granted, was it like 10, maybe 15 minutes worth of studying? Yeah, but I studied nonetheless, and I did not get kidnapped yesterday, so today is Thursday. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of German studying, while I still have Wi-Fi here. Yeah, you jinxed that. And then go over to my job, cute little cafe moment, and do Dutch, so then I can die inside in style. So yeah, let's get started on that.
If I'm going to be honest, I don't think I recorded at all for the rest of the day. Now, to be fair, I was in a public setting, and I probably didn't want to disturb people's space and or draw attention to myself from people that I know. However, I will give a little acting of what I basically did. See how my desk is messy? Imagine that, but in a public setting. Wait, there's no good way of... Okay, you can't see my head, but where's my notebook? Imagine this, but me like hunched back, writing stuff down with, well, imagine this is my laptop. Well, just... Oh my god, I turned my light off. That was great acting, right? Also, something that I think needs to be noted is the fact that I had like 2 Red Bulls while I was there, and I passed out for a nap after I got home. If that's not concerning, I don't know what is. But overall, I thought I was really productive. I didn't do any speaking portions because, I would draw attention to myself. But I got to do like over 40 minutes of German and like a lot of Dutch. So yeah, I feel a little better about myself, about Dutch. But who knows? Maybe it was me dying inside a cafe where I got free drinks. But today we're going to vibe with my cold brew, my Lay's stacks. But yeah, here's me studying Dutch. Right now I'm on Babbel because... just because.
Alright, so the Dutch studying commenced, but first I had to be a little camera mechanic because my good camera kind of died on me, but turns out everything was okay. I was just going insane. Yeah, don't tell Duo this, but I do use Babbel, unashamedly so. Personally, I find that Duolingo is more better as a, like, what am I thinking of here? I think I'm thinking of, like, shoot, I forgot the word. But essentially, like, it shouldn't necessarily be your main way of learning a language as much as like being tossed into a language, you know, is good, especially for a beginner. However, after a while, you need to know everything, and that's why I use Babbel. I 110% recommend it because over time they do give you explanations on how stuff is pronounced and like grammar and stuff like that. It's amazing. I use both. Yay. Alright, now with that little tangent over, let's get back to the video. Yeah, so I don't think I recorded anything at all after that moment, which good on my part. Good on my part considering I told myself it was going to be a week, but it's not a week. Definitely bad on me for not recording for the rest of the week. I don't know if you noticed, but I've since got a spicy microphone. It's really cool. It's cool that it changes color, you know. We love that for me. Hopefully better quality stuff. Yeah. Bye-bye. Also, I like putting my mouth on this because I think it's funny. Do you think it's funny? I apologize for any headphone users.